Trifalfanta contains one of the largest concentrations of rock petroglyphs in Africa. UNESCO, a department of the United Nations, approved this site for protection in 2007. As we were heading out to see the petroglyphs, I heard this chattering. This is a mountain chat. David Levin, a farmer, due to a drought, was looking for a new home. Following elephant tracks, he came across Damara people living near a spring. The land was beautiful, and he stayed, raised 8 children here. In 1960, he was forced to sell his land to establish a home for the Damara people. The apartheid government of South Africa were separating the Bantu people from the whites. Now off we go to see the petroglyphs. You do know that they're not just a bunch of stupid rock doodles. They're much more than that. Petroglyphs represent a time before writing was invented. This method of communication was ingenious and effective for thousands of years. The San people who lived here were hunter-gatherers. The land was extremely arid. The 2,500 rock engravings represented here are not just artwork, but it's a tool for teaching and showed maps of available water holes. Scholars say the site spans at least 2,000 years, but some scholars contend that the date could be as far back as 10,000 years. Petroglyphs are not rock paintings, they're actually carvings. We entered this lodge through these beautiful rock outcroppings. I did not realize at the time that this land that we were walking on was actually part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. This area was designated a national monument in 1948. In 1999, the Conservancy permitted the Trifalfanta Country Lodge to be built here, severely compromising the integrity of the rock engravings in this area. The National Heritage Act of 2004 was passed to protect these engravings. A buffer zone has been established, improving the way visitors were managed. Some of the best petroglyphs can be located on this property. As I toured the grounds with my camera in hand, I saw a speckled pigeon on top of the rock waterfall by the pool. While constructing the lodge, utmost care was taken to blend into the mountainside with the use of thatched roofs, natural stone, and colors complementing the surroundings. The lodge is run in partnership with the community. Some of the profits help local projects. One amazing thing about taking pictures is that you never know what you've captured, like this bearded dragon. They make good pets, they're easy to tame, and are very social. You never know what you're gonna find. What the heck was that? These little rock rats were in abundance. And what's a video without a little sex? And I'm so sorry the kids were watching. I swear I was watching this for about 5 minutes, trying to get something special to share. I love Africa because of the birds. The birds in Africa are spectacular. This is the pale-winged starling eating a grasshopper. The red-winged grasshopper is a locust. Large numbers of locusts can destroy crops. Many birds eat insects and have an important role in nature. See the orange tips on his wings? It matches his eyeball. These majestic elephants were one of the big highlights of our trip. This is where we went on a sundowner to see the desert elephants. Personally, I can't see enough of them. Hope you enjoy seeing them again, especially our close encounter. How often do you get to look an elephant in the eye? The Bushmen of Damara is the oldest nation in Namibia. Due to colonization, their culture fell into oblivion. The museum is an attempt to reconstruct this lost culture. The museum provides a regular income for the Damara community. The women showed us how they drilled holes for their beadwork. They used seeds and ostrich shells to make necklaces, bracelets, anklets, and headbands. Interestingly, they also used the ostrich shells to store water underground during times of drought. The Damara made use of animal hides for their clothing. The principal hides were those of springbok and goats. Blankets were made from sheep and jackal. They tanned the leather. They also made tools and weapons. Thank God for matches. The Bushmen make fire from sticks and grasses, rubbing two sticks together, causing friction. The Damara also played games. The traditional game was called Lycus. Using multiple rows of rocks, the goal was to collect all the rocks. It could take days or even weeks to complete. They ended our program with singing and dancing, and then we went shopping. Next video, some fun creatures and amazing birds.